Welcome. Happy Saturday, everybody. This is another segment of the Unscripted and Untold podcast. This is episode number 9. We are doing a two-part series about the branding and marketing series about your business. And first, I want to welcome everybody. Hope everybody's doing well this Saturday morning or evening or wherever you may be. I just want to say good morning to my lovely, lovely co-host, Janice. How are you this morning?
Awesome. Good morning to my beautiful hostess. Yes, I'm doing awesome. How about yourself?
Good, good. Did you have a good week?
I'm sorry?
Did you have a good week?
I had a busy week, but I did. It seems like each week is just getting busier and busier, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I got like all these ideas pouring out. I'm just trying to capture all of them and be able to work full time on top of that. So, yeah. How about yourself?
Same thing. Busy, but always on the grind. But hopefully, I'm always looking at the end of the rainbow. So I'm always looking at So no matter how hard I try, they said there is a end. There is a rainbow at the end of this.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Last week we were talking about branding and marketing, businesses and, the pros and cons and what things we need to do. And I think we wanted to talk about today the second series of the marketing branding is the website versus landing pages. Some may say that websites are now becoming more obsolete. Some said not. And some people say you might just need a landing page and, or not. Mm-hmm. So what do you think? What's your thoughts on that?
I'm in between because I do have a landing page, specifically geared towards a free resume review, right? So where the person can come in, they can see the benefits of what they can get from the free resume review. I'm telling you what I'm using to be able to analyze your resume. On top of that, they can upload it and all of that. It's all on that one page, and they will never. And basically, when I put the link out there, it's specifically for the resume review. It is nothing for nothing else. Okay. But then again, I have a website that talks about my other services, more about the company itself. So it just depends on how you want to sell and market yourself out there. I think it's however, it depends on what you have, what your product and service is, and what you want to put out there. Some people want something quick and fast, which is why I created the landing page.
Right.
But there's people like, well, I want to know more. So then I created the website. So I believe it goes hand in hand. It just depends on your product and service, basically.
I agree. I'm the same way. I have a landing page and a website. And I think you said it beautifully. I think the landing page is just to give you a preview of what you have to offer. And the website can go more in depth about if you have other services that you offer, then I think a website would be, great. And also I use a landing page to, give away a freebie, just a taste of what else, what I offer. And then if they want more, they can go to the website. Then I have a link that will go to my website. You can see more services that I offer. So I totally agree that to me, it goes hand in hand.
Mm-hmm. I think because first impression is really key because people you're putting stuff out there, your content and whatnot, you're branding and marketing, you're on social media. So they're looking more so, okay, how can make it more accessible for them, make it easy for them to be able to navigate your potential clients, being able to navigate in between things and, okay, well, I just want this, I don't want that. Making it accessible for them to move around your website and or landing page. So
right.
Yeah.
Right. So I know I'm looking at the notes here that you put up. What about the first impressions of either how do you grab that first attention to either or a landing page or a website?
I think your first 5 seconds should be just like a resume. Your first
Right.
5 seconds should be able to be like, hey, okay, I want this person. So I think I believe what you put out there is important. You're grabbing the attention, meaning you're looking at being the solution to the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically in your first sentence, you should be grabbing that person and saying, "I have the solution to your problem." Whatever that problem that they may have,
Mm-hmm.
you're showing that person that's coming to your page, your social media page, your website, wherever they're coming, that they could have heard from word of mouth or whatnot, but the fact of the matter is they're coming and you're wanting to grab their attention right away. So first impression is very important. And then being able to keep up that momentum and consistency, showing, okay, I can come to this person's page and get educated. I can come to this person's page and get encouraged. I can come to this person's page. They're going to say a prayer. They're going to say something that's going to bring me more into and more intriguing, to follow this person and or buy from them. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's important, and in introducing yourself. I mentioned before we came on that I'm restarting my YouTube page, but people don't know who I am on
Right.
YouTube, right? So I have to do a welcome type of video. Hey, this is what I do. Follow me for more. Subscribe. Da 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 da. And that way, instead of me just start posting, they're like, "Well, what did she do? I don't."
Right.
So I
Right.
think that's important to just put that little first nugget out there, but being able to, and I believe like the less you say, the better, because they're
Hmm.
going to come back for more.
Mm-hmm.
That video shouldn't be more than 90 seconds long. Seriously, get in,
That's
get
what it
out,
is.
and say what you need to say, and then move on to the next. So I think
Absolutely.
that's important.
Absolutely. Yeah. I totally agree. You don't want to put all your, stuff out there in one, you want to give them a tease, but you want to, grab that attention.
Mm-hmm.
And we both are online a lot, and we see different things on TikTok and on YouTube and videos, and you see all kinds of content creators, grab your attention on something. It's usually their thumbnail that for me
Yeah,
that grabs the attention if they want to
yeah.
talk about something. Then I say, oh, I want to hear what he has to say, or what they have to say. Whether it's so-called entertainment, or something that's
Mm-hmm.
per a service that they're offering, or whatever, or a podcast, you know like we are,
Mm-hmm.
a topic that we are discussing. That thumbnail, it gives you that first impression. Say, oh, I want to hear more what they have to say.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that topic or that product.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Totally agree. I think just providing as much, giving as much as needed, but not
Mm-hmm.
overdoing it is key.
Mm-hmm.
Color, like I think I mentioned that in the last episode. Colors are important too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what is your logo? You want to look as professional as possible. I mean, people, we do fail forward, but
Mm-hmm.
okay, what are the clients or potential clients looking for potentially when they're coming to your YouTube page or whatever they're coming to, being able to have that concept out there for them to be able to visit more and
Right.
more engaged with what you have. So
Right.
I think it's so important to have as much information out there, but just being able to condense it enough where
Mm-hmm.
it's not too much. I know that doesn't make sense, but you don't want to put too much out, because when they come to visit you, or say you book a consultation, then you can talk about more things that you are.
Right.
It's a
Right.
selling point.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about the use of chat chat
GPT.
GPT. I don't know, guys. I don't know what it is about. Just like a tongue twister to me. Chat GPT.
Yes.
All right, let's that's the AI tool. It's the trending thing, and I use it. You use it. How much is too much of using that? Do we use it to you know uh replace our content, or you still have to use it? I mean, you can use it as a supplemental tool,
Mm,
but still want to get your put yourself into that message.
right. And that's a very good question, because you have people who, I know this is off topic, but I'm driving it to a point where people use it to write a resume.
Hmm.
Chat GPT is not human, so it's not going to give you what the humanistic piece of you. It's not going to tell the. You have to build it that way. You have
Yeah.
to say, "This is who I am.
Hmm.
This is what I do. Here's my website. This is this and this and this." And that way it can build from there. I use it, some people use it, have said that they've used it to be an assistant for them,
Hmm.
to build the content for them, basically build their business. And its features can do that, but you have to build it to do that. You
Right.
can't expect it, like, put in there, okay, well, I want to do social media. I want this content to say this, this, and this. But it doesn't know anything about you. It doesn't know anything. You don't want to get too personal,
Yeah.
okay? But you want to be able to say, okay, here's my website. I have used it to change my bio in Instagram,
Hmm.
TikTok. I'll take a screenshot and I'll upload it so it can see, okay, I want this is what I do though. And
Hmm.
I want to be able to show whoever comes to my bio, okay, oh, okay, this makes sense. And then they can just click, and I'm making it accessible for them to understand what I do.
Right.
Um, ChatGPT um, it's going to do what you tell it to do.
Hmm.
But reading is fundamental. So I
Yeah.
would, I would just take it and be like, okay, that's cool. They did with it because it makes mistakes.
Hmm.
You need to reread it and make sure that it's one. It sounds like it doesn't sound robotic.
Right.
So you could use it as a template. Um, I mean, it has some really cool things that it can do.
Hmm.
But my personal preference is not to rely on it
Hmm.
for a lot of reasons. But
Right.
um, you can use it to set the stage of your content.
Hmm.
Um, okay, I have an idea for this. Can you suggest some possible, at least five possible things that I can do with this idea? Um, just remember that it's recording your data.
Yeah.
Um, that's why I say don't, your personal stuff, keep off. If it's
Right.
for your business, I don't see anything wrong with it, but to an extent, you know, um, I think, because AI is so, technology is getting so huge at this point. I mean, you can use it to get SEO keywords.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it can help you even build your own website.
Right. Yeah. I was going to say it can, build websites,
Yeah,
create course,
courses. Yeah.
you can, and I use it, for the travel when I'm posting like promotions or whatever on my travel business. But I try to, I tailor I said, promote a um fun in a fun adventurous tone
Right.
on the upcoming, travel promotions that I may, that may be coming up, and I, give the details of it, and it'll come up like that, and then it goes on. Would you like to create a more, give you more option? But again, like you said, you know, you have to learn how to balance it. It's a tool,
Right.
but don't rely on it
Hmm.
to be, to reflect who you are, because like you said, it's not human. People still want that humanistic
Right.
tone from you. They want to know
Yeah.
who you are, not, through what AI. And prime
Mhm.
example is I love documentaries and true crime
Yeah,
documentaries
me
and stuff.
too.
So I listen to a lot of content creators on,
Yeah.
on different, true crime cases and people. And always like to look at people's uh, comments about that particular podcast or their YouTube channel. And people can tell right off when the narrator is AI generated.
You can. You
You
can.
can. And, it's an, people would say it's, I wish, it's a nice, I mean, I enjoyed the story,
Mhm.
but can you not use AI? It's always, people can tell when it's,
It's not
actual
authentic.
is not authentic and it's really robotic. So yeah, and and something like that, I don't want to, I want to actually listen to a person who really did the research and everything and really talk about their content.
Mhm.
And you can tell, like you said, you could tell that it's AI generated, the
Yeah.
narration of the whole podcast episode. So
Mhm.
yeah.
It like I said, it has its features, but you really want to um have that impact on a personal level more so than using some type of technology to do it. And then
Mm-hmm.
some people may not agree with me, and that's okay. I mean, we all have opinions, but um, I refuse. Like even when I write resumes, I cannot use that because
Mm-hmm.
it's not. If I've spoken to my client and they're telling me, okay, I want to do this, I want to go into this field, and I've had that personal conversation with that person and I've reviewed over their resume. I'm not about to put their information in there. I'm going to go off of what they told me and
Right.
write it and then show and highlight their skills, their achievements, their anything that they want me to highlight. And I think that's why that's just a shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
And now, so most of these companies are seeing that, you're using AI to do your resume, your cover letter, whatever.
Right.
They can detect those things. And you know, but that's neither here nor there. Is
Mm-hmm.
you use it to I've used it to rewrite my website.
Mm-hmm.
I update I updated my website recently to show more so the um so I can be able to really write out and identify what services is being offered.
Right.
But I still use Grammarly. I still use
Yeah.
I have so many different tools that I use to be able to um this thing called a word tune. You can
Mm.
actually put it in, you could actually put like whatever you say, and it'll
Mm-hmm.
rewrite it for you. It'll paraphrase it for you. It makes it sound more humanistic. I just gave away a
Word
key
tune.
thing, by the way.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't never heard it. Word tune.
Word to. Mhm.
Okay.
Yep. So something that I use to be able to say, okay, well, I don't really like what that says. Can I
Yeah.
write it a different way?
Yeah. Let me write
I'm
this
real
down.
picky with words. I think
Right.
that's what it is. So
Right. Word tune. Okay, I'm making sure I write this down.
yeah. So um, let's see. I think the other thing you can use chat gpt for is I've used it to help me write an ebook
Mm.
now, but half of it not half of it, majority of it was my idea. I was like, okay, um remember, it's unbiased,
Yeah.
and so in what I wrote is more faith led.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't tell that I'm talking about the God of the Bible, it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
start giving you new age stuff.
Mm.
just so you know.
Mm.
I don't know, a lot of people know that. I'm talking, you have to, that's why I say you have to tell it what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And so you be able, so it can be able, because there's certain words that can be misunderstood, and
Mhm.
that's not typically used in our genre. And so it comes off a little new age ish.
Mm.
So
Wow, didn't know
that's
that.
not what
Yeah.
I want.
Right.
I'm
Right.
talking about the God of the Bible. This is
Right.
the God I'm talking
Right. Right.
about. I think that's,
Yeah, so you had to be very
yeah,
specific,
yeah,
to what you wanted to do because like you said, it could go off on a different
whole
thing
thing.
and next thing you know, you're reading like, well, that's not what I
Ooh.
that's not what I want. That's not what I said, but
Nah, boo. And
no.
I've done that before. Like, nah, that's not what I meant.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's you can use that tool for just about, everything you need for your business.
Mhm.
I can't think of her name. I'm hoping to maybe put it in the comments and pin it at some point. But I know her first name is Alicia. And she actually talks about the different features and stuff. My husband had put me up on game about it, but she talks about how you can make money with AI, how you can, do certain things with it, but to your own discretion.
Right. Okay.
But I believe, not taking shortcuts to
Yeah.
grow your business. Grow it authentically. And
Mhm.
that's who's going to patronize your business.
Right. And I think with this new age digital, I mean, we have gotten, I don't want to say dummy down, but
Yeah.
we have gotten lazy. Maybe we're not doing our due diligence
Yeah.
in connecting with our niche, our potential clients or customers,
Hmm.
and we're relying too much on digital, which is fine. But like I said, use it as a supplement,
Hmm.
not as that. Not don't replace it as your whole as who you are.
Hmm.
Um, which brings me to marketing in person as
Ooh.
opposed to marketing online.
Yeah.
Now, for me, I think we've discussed. I'm my personality. I'm an introvert, so
Yeah.
I really, which is funny because of the type of job that I do. But really, as my personality, when I come home from work or whatever, I have my own little space, and I need to have my own little space in order for me to regroup.
Hmm. Yeah.
But at some point, I have businesses, and some point, I really need to convey the services that I do and would like to offer, but I can't do it all online. I have to get myself out of my little comfort zone and actually go out and talk to people. And
Hmm.
how important is that to do that as opposed to, you want to, my goal is to reach, the masses beyond my area,
That's a good
but
goal.
which is going, online and everything. But at the same time, people in my area got to know what I do because
Right.
I could get, easily get businesses from people within my community.
Hmm.
So, what's your thoughts about
Oh, absolutely.
marketing in person and marketing online?
I think it's really important. This is where you join different platforms like Thumbtack or Nextdoor, um, because it'll go, Nextdoor goes off of your zip code.
Mm-hmm.
So you could put your business information in there. Thumbtack, same thing. Um, because one day, online is not going to be available, right?
Right.
It could be possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Workshops, a meet and greet, like getting out there and talking to different people. You know, you can do it. What is that? Eventbrite, I think.
Oh yeah, event.
Yeah,
Yeah, Eventbrite.
sell the
Yeah,
tickets for free, and it's easy.
yeah.
You can, and then say I'm having something at a hotel or something.
Mm-hmm.
I have to pay the hotel to have, like, to rent the room out.
Mm-hmm.
but then you can do like a hour long class or something like that, or and then say you're giving away something. Think of a lead magnet that you want to put out there for people that attend. Of course you want to, I mean, you don't want to go too crazy, because if it's a free event and you're paying out of pocket, you have to
Yeah.
be mindful of that. But it's a tax write-off too. But anyway,
Mhm.
you look at it in a sense of, okay, and or you could set up a class to say, hey, I'm teaching people how to write their own resumes,
Mhm.
or I'm teaching somebody how to or for you, you could say, I have some, I'm doing a class on life insurance and I'm teaching you such and such and such. Um,
Mhm.
the class is, I don't know, $15 or something.
Mhm.
And make the tickets free, but then they have to pay, or not. No, I think you can put the $15 on the ticket, but
Mhm.
that way they can pay for it, and then you know these people are serious for real.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
I think workshops and classes and courses in you can even do it in a library.
Yeah. I'm
You can
gonna
do it
say, yeah, you can,
in a
yeah,
library.
reserve a room in the library.
Panera Bread.
Mhm.
Just get a
Mhm.
group of people, like 3 or 4 people, maybe even 5 people, and then cut off a session where you all can sit and talk. Hey, this is what I do.
Mhm.
I think word of mouth. That's how I began to build my business, was word of mouth. It wasn't online.
Wow,
I
okay.
was not putting stuff online until 2019,
Okay.
or don't know, maybe 2021. I don't even remember anymore. But anyway,
Mhm.
I was already in business for like a year before I actually put it and hired a branding and marketing manager. So I was already like, hey, I got my well, back then I had my business cards, and
Mhm.
I would send it to friends and family. Hey, pass these out.
Mhm.
I had flyers made, like, because I used to do CME programs at the hospital in Florida.
Oh, okay.
So I knew how to get the doctors to come in, like, okay, putting stuff out there, like, we're going to be talking about this next week.
Mhm.
I got this speaker coming in this week, and they're going to talk about this and that. And it would turn out like it started out slow, but then people began to come in, and we were having big turnouts.
Mhm.
And so I knew to put those type of items and stuff like that out. So getting more into your community, maybe if you go out, like, here in Georgia, we have like different events that go on in different cities.
Right.
So I could go out and say, hey, how you doing? And pass or use my phone and send them my business card.
Right. Yeah.
So I think, yes, absolutely, get out there and start talking to people. That's the best way.
And it's funny for me because I accepted a well I my I'm telling my age, but my 25th year high school reunion is next month, and I was asked to speak on one of my businesses, and I said, yeah, I'll do it. And so
That's cool.
but I mean, like I said, I'm not a public speaker at all. Um so I am kind of nervous, but again, what you just said, just putting yourself out there and talking to a group of people about what you do, um, that's the best way of drumming up, even if they don't, buy your products or services, they may know somebody who might need
Who
it.
does? Yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to it. It's something that I agreed to do because just for this purpose of, I know I got to get myself out there and just be amongst the people instead of being behind a laptop.
And and that's the thing, like, and I'm glad you said that, because I think that mindset plays a part of it too, because they recognize that you have a business, multiple businesses,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay. So if my ultimate goal is to get it out to the masses, Um, what do I need to do to get there? I can't
Mhm.
be in that fear because I'm, okay, well, what am I going to talk about? Um, I used to be like that too with the public speaking, and I'm now,
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
do it. You never know whose life you're changing anyway. So
Right.
I think the mindset is so important when you are building a business because you just never know. Like s- I have somebody online that I've been on their podcast like 2 times within
Mhm.
a year's time, and he sent me people.
Mm.
Um, Word of mouth.
Okay. Yeah.
But I had to get on. That was like my first podcast ever, and I was like so nervous. I was like, yeah, so um, I do. So I was like literally, and I was like, it's like a piece of cake, and I'm just like,
Mhm.
this is me. I'm funny. I can be funny. I can be serious, professional, whatever whatever I want to do. But um, that was my first podcast. But just getting out there and getting my name out there was not my name, but the business name was important.
Right. Right.
Because like you, I want to do the same thing. It can help so many people, especially with the job market. People
E-
should be building businesses.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah.
So with that being said, now let's take it to online. What do
Mhm.
you think about joining groups, Facebook groups and things that are in your market?
I, I have a love hate relationship with that. I'm gonna be honest. I do. Because I'm still in groups. I
Mhm.
haven't came out of it. There's some that I've came out of because I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, no, I'm not doing this. And then
Mhm.
some of them I've stayed in, just to kind of see what other people bring to the table.
Mhm.
Not to be in competition or nothing like that, but just like,
Right.
oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't
Mhm.
think about that. Because that may give you an idea to do something.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and I don't go biting people now, but I'm
Right.
just like it gives you an idea. But I, yeah, it just depends on what it is.
Yeah.
Um, Now I'm in a couple of groups for resume writers, but what I see is them constantly. I do this, I do this, I do this. It's going to be this much. It's going to be. I never put my prices out there.
Right. Yeah, me either. Yeah.
I have it where you have to go on my website to find out my price.
Right.
But then I'm not on there posting like crazy, like, hey, come visit my website because I offer this. I'll occasionally put something up there. I might put a video up there of me
Mhm.
talking, but I don't over excessively do it.
Right.
Um, I don't see anything wrong with it. That's just my personal preference.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm the same. There are some that are, useful. I like the ones like for, let's say, for tax preparers. There
Yeah,
might be some, groups where, you want to learn more about um you have a tax question or something and you're not really sure, or they'll keep you up abreast on what the changes with through the IRS and all of that, and send you they'll put the link. This is what's changing coming up for this tax season or whatever,
yeah,
and or you have a question about a certain business if you're doing a tax, especially for business if you're doing taxes for businesses. I mean, there's a lot of information out there. But for those who, like you said, just bombarding with all this promos and do me, look, check me out. I do this and I do this for free, or they'll offer, I'll do your branding or what, for
hmm
free and all this stuff. It gets kind of overbogged with all of that
yeah,
promo stuff instead of just actually learning and throwing out scenarios with each other and trying to get other feedback of what
right,
you know what I mean?
right. I totally agree. Yeah,
So yeah, you have to be careful. There are a lot of groups out there, but just be careful and be mindful to make sure you find a group that's really authentic and really care and really support you um,
Agree.
as a fellow colleague,
Mhm.
and and start when they start putting other crap up there, and uh, or you might get these bots that are in there that do
Yeah,
you need leads? Do you need you
yeah.
can tell which one are those. No.
And I get emails
Yeah.
with it too, and I'll be like, because my email is on my bio,
Mm-hmm.
so they get blocked. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I have my own page, and you have free will if you want to come onto the page. I don't keep just hitting that invite button. If
Right.
cross and see it, it may go through your timeline and be like, hey, you can join this page, and or you can follow this page.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. I try not to over excessively do it, I guess.
Right.
But that's my personal preference. Some people feel like I just got to post, 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 post. And it's true to a sense where you can get your name out there, but
Mm-hmm.
if you're not giving quality information, and you're not giving a good fresh first impression, it's
Mm-hmm.
content. It's just like, okay, swipe up, swipe up.
Yep.
Um, Make sure that your information is sellable.
Mm-hmm.
It gives a great impression on people. Oh, I really like what that person put up. That's really nice. I needed that word today. I
Mm-hmm.
needed that
Yeah.
encouragement. And that's what people need. Life is lifing. And sometimes, being able to be multifaceted too in your business, I think is important too.
Mm-hmm.
Not always posting of what you do, but actually giving an encouraging word. Actually say, hey, I'm going through the same stuff y'all going through, but we got this.
Right.
Way to put that up there.
Right.
And sometimes show a little bit about your personal life. No,
Not,
not a lot,
yeah,
but
not a lot, but just, yeah. Yeah, and you just said that because I mean there was something in my YouTube feed that I don't know, certain content creator came up on my feed, and she's talking about different Bible passages, or different, just giving motivational
some.
um Bible scripture, and things about, and just encouraging you for the day and all of that. And and it was really, I said, I'm glad. And I had to respond. I said, I really needed that encouragement today. I you just happened to come up on my feed, and and I appreciate that. And it was, and so I subscribed to her channel, and so every day, she has a motivational word,
Yeah,
along with scripture. And that, I listen. That's one of the first things that I do every morning when I'm getting up, getting ready for work. I have to listen to something, a scripture, or, a content that is biblical for me,
yeah,
to get my mind. That's just me, for my mindset. I'm not pushing, my spirituality or religious or anybody, but that's just me. That's how I get my feed for the day. And
same.
so,
And
no.
I'm up early, praying or reading my word or whatever
Mhm.
I'm led to do before. But commanding, I actually had a mentor or off of TikTok who is Bible based.
Mhm.
And she was like getting up in the morning, and again, I'm not pushing anything, but
Mhm.
um, that's how I got attracted to her page, was
Mhm.
because she had the same values as me. And
Mhm.
so she's like, she gets up at 4 in the morning and she's up praying. She's up, sitting with the Lord and asking him, what do you want me to do for my business? And I was like,
Mhm.
yeah. And so, yeah,
Yeah.
she has an ebook for it and everything. She has scriptures you can pray for over your finances.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, okay. And I joined her mentorship.
Mhm.
It wasn't, too costly at all.
Mhm.
And I learned a lot. And it wasn't overbearing.
Right.
It was just right for me.
Right.
And I think that is important, just sitting and say, okay. But he gives downloads to ideas and ways
Mhm.
of doing your business. Again, that's for me.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
um, that's what I do. I don't, I'll that's when I'll get an idea like, oh, I should do that. And
Mhm.
But when I do follow that, it just blows up.
Yeah.
So
Yep. So yeah. So let's talk real quick before we go off about blogs, about having a blog on your page, or
I think that is important.
Mm-hmm.
I got away from mine because it's a lot. It's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of a blog. You have to be have your ears down to the ground to see what's trending, what's going on, what people are wanting to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how for me for the blog I had it's called Significant Me, but it was just like I saw it transitioning from talking about a job, okay, about starting a business perhaps, or maybe even a career change or whatever, you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's solely based off of that. But blog writing is very good. That
Mm-hmm.
new people because guess what? You could put that on Pinterest. Pinterest loves blogs.
Really? I
Yes,
did not know that.
yes. I'm telling you, you go and do like 4 or 5 blogs and put it on Pinterest and just gone. They look. Oh yeah,
Really?
yes.
Now see, that's another resource that you said putting your business on Pinterest.
Hmm.
Wow, okay.
So I was doing that when I had the blog, and I still have the blog. I just haven't posted on it
Mm-hmm.
over the past year. Uh, because of course, you doing 5,000 things. That's just I wanted to have somebody specifically do that,
Yeah.
and then I could look over it to make sure it was straight. But that's a lot. That can be a lot of work. But
Mm-hmm.
what I was doing was I would do like 2 or 3 blogs, so I didn't have to worry about doing it for a month because I think like posting a blog maybe once a month, maybe two, maybe 1 or 2 a month,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would take the same blog and put it on Pinterest and just start uploading. You could do music with it, like a little bit of music.
Mm-hmm.
You could actually put it on Reddit too.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Okay.
You could pose questions on Reddit. You can. There's so many things you can use to get your
Mm-hmm.
business out there
Wow. Well,
and
I
get
did not know about, Pinterest. I'm really not sure how to use Pinterest. I know I use it like for, hair stuff or hair ideas or cooking recipes or something like that. But
yeah, me too.
yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, good.
how would you use Pinterest to promote your business? But blogging and
Blog. I would say the biggest thing is blogging
okay.
because Pinterest is more so like you said, you use it for recipes and so do I. So if
Mhm.
you're looking to read to see, you're looking at the comments. Most of the time you're reading. You're not
Mhm.
really looking at what somebody is really selling. You're looking at
Right.
reading something.
Right.
So the way I set it up was it is specifically under the blog name. It's not under me. Under
Okay.
Yeah, it's under Significant Me. And
Okay.
I just posted, created the page and upload the post, whatever post I did,
Mhm.
just went on about my business, and people read it, and I have it where I can see if somebody came to the website
Oh, okay.
to see, I'll put the website down at the bottom where they
Right.
can visit, but then you have a link wherever you put the blog at, which would most likely be on your website.
Mhm.
Take the link and put it into Pinterest, basically. It's like any other social media platform, but I would use that more for blogging,
For
not so
blogging.
much promoting a business. Not
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea, and I think I like I said, I need to start going back into Pinterest and start looking around and seeing. And like you said, I think reading, because you're gathering more information by reading. People like visual too, but as I do, but also reading it and absorbing the information that what you read is also would be beneficial for your for the product or service that you're offering. Like you said, you send in a link, you connect the link, and then when they want more about that particular topic or service or product, they can go to that link to your website.
Hmm.
So,
And you could, and again, you could use ChatGPT to help you write the blog, but
hmm,
please make sure you read through it.
yeah, yeah,
Make sure you read through it, and then you can also, like I said, Reddit, you can use that to pose questions, get people engaged with your content.
hmm,
That is also, now you can use it. I haven't used it to promote my business, but I'll use it to pose a question, uh,
hmm,
and then try to get people engaged with that, and like, who is this person? Who is where is this coming from? And that
right,
will get people to visit your website, visit who you are, maybe come and follow you on social media, where they can get more information.
hmm,
Because Reddit is more so you have to pose a question. You can't just put anything up on there.
yeah,
So,
right,
Reddit is good too because I still go to Reddit and be like, maybe asking a question about a company or something.
hmm,
I'll go there more so than I would Google sometimes.
hmm,
So it just depends what you're using it for.
right,
Hmm.
okay. All right. We again some good topics, good stuff for today. We want to hear your feedback for those who are in business. And if you have a business that you would like us to talk about as far as on our website or on our YouTube channel, just we're just interested because I love to see what other people are doing as far as their businesses and how, please drop us a comment and let us know what type of business you have. We always want to
Yeah,
know.
because every idea, I'm telling you, be happy with the like whatever your idea is, do it. Don't be
Do it.
afraid to do it.
Yep.
Somebody
Yep.
needs it.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody needs it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, with that being said, I appreciate you guys listening. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our
Yes.
channel. I'm thinking, let's see, what is next week? We're in survival mode next week. We're going in survival mode. The uh
Ooh,
about from healing from a hustle in culture. That's going to be a good topic.
yeah.
You know, it's from changing being in a change our lifestyle and and stop being in a survival mode.
Yeah. It's not a hustle.
It's not a hustle.
Mhm.
So,
If you treat it the way you would want to be treated and you give great customer service and all of that great stuff, you will see it flourish.
mm-hmm. Yep.
We'll talk about that more
Yeah,
next week.
we'll talk about that next week. All
Well,
right,
thank
you
you
guys.
so much.
You please stay safe and you guys take care and I'll talk to you next week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.